Alrighty, yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, back with another reaction video. And today, we finna already do something I saw Maverick reaction. I only watched like the first minute and a half of it, and I was like, you know what? I can do this too. So I was gonna react to the one with Maverick, but Maverick, you gotta turn your microphone up, bro. Your microphone way too low, bro. Brother, your microphone is too low, Maverick. You gotta turn that motherfucker up, man. I wish I could turn OBS on the screen, because right now it's hidden on the screen, which is why y'all don't see it. I'm looking at OBS right now, but y'all can't see it on the screen. So that's how I can get these memes off. Like,
what they put on your sandwich? Too much goddamn mayonnaise.
I could do stuff like that because OBS is literally right here, but you just can't see it though. It's like taking up half the screen, and then the other half is YouTube, but I can still see the full video through OBS. So yeah, if I could, I put my microphone settings on the screen so y'all can get them, bro. Because a lot of y'all need them, bro. A lot of y'all need these, bro. I'm sorry, bro, but a lot of y'all need these, bro. A lot of y'all need these, bro. Matter of fact, hold on. Is this phone still on? Please tell me this phone ain't died yet. Yes, it's still on. Cool. All right, because I think I saved them on here, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all niggas need these microphones, man. Some of y'all, hey man, there's a bunch of y'all here that need these microphone settings, man. Y'all need precise microphone settings, bro, for y'all microphones, bro. Got these Temu ass microphones and shit. Got these Temu microphones and shit, and y'all ain't doing such a good job with these motherfuckers, man. Don't tell me I deleted them like a dumbass. I think I deleted them. Oh my god, I think I deleted them. No. Don't let me be a dummy. Hold up. Yeah, I'm a big dummy. I took them off. I deleted them off the phone. Fuck. Or maybe they're on my main phone. Hold on. Hold up. They might be on my main phone. Hold up. My main phone might have just saved the day. Hold up. Nope, I deleted all my pictures off it. No, I ain't delete them all, but yeah, they ain't on here either. Yeah, I fucked up. So yeah, man, I'm gonna have to screenshot my damn OBS settings and put them up there on the screen for y'all, man. Put them in a community post so y'all can see them. Cause man, y'all need the microphones. I would have reacted to it with you, Maverick, but your microphone too low, bro. You gotta turn your microphone up. But anyways, though, without further ado, let's get right into this.
Rap music has been around for decades now, and I decided to take us through the time capsule and go over the best rap artists from each year, starting from 1980 all the way up to now in 2025. Starting with 1980, we had some entries that, to be honest, I'm not too familiar with, but some hitters, and the best rapper would have to be Kurtis Blow, who earned the first ever gold rap record with The Breaks and a major label deal, and he pushed rap into mainstream domino effect. 1981 was iconic for Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5, but the back-to-back winner is Kurtis Blow, who used his momentum for more hits, pushing the influence of rap music into the mainstream culture. 1982 now.
You putting that over The Message, my nigga? Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. We're trying not to lose our heads. It's like a jungle sometimes. I mean, wonder why you want to take a... No, that's P. Diddy. That's P. Diddy. No Diddy. I just fucked that whole thing up. God damn it.
I will go to the Grandmaster Flash with one of the most iconic songs, The Message, which is still referenced to and listened to today.
Wait, didn't that come out in 81?
Winner. But Kurtis Blow is very much a close second here. There was a clear winner for 1983, and it wasn't Kurtis Blow or Grandmaster Flash, but instead Run DMC.
Okay.
He came out the gate and changed rap music. Before this, rap had a disco funky style to it, but Run DMC added more raw, authentic lyricism and attitude to it, which is debatably the start of hardcore rap. For 1984, Run DMC took the crown again with his debut self-titled album, which was the face of new school hip-hop at the time and really revolutionized the meaning of rap music. The runner-up here is LL Cool J, but he was 16 at the time and only getting started. But now 1985 was LL Cool J's time. With his debut album Radio, backed by Rick Rubin production, he came out the gate swinging with multiple hits on the album. His music is what the kids walking around with beatboxes would play. 1986 came with another revolutionary artist, and that was Rakim. Still some of our favorite rappers' favorite rapper. Rakim changed the way the lyrics were laid on a rap beat. Close runner-up here is LL Cool J and Run DMC, but Rakim made a huge impact which influenced a lot of New Yorkers to become rappers. 1987 was a back-to-back champ in Rakim with his debut album with Eric B, Paid in Full, which today is still considered one of the greatest albums of all time. These two define what a great rapper is. The runner-up here was KRS-One, who had just started his run as a rapper. 1988 was a tough choice for Big Daddy Kane, a very respected rapper at the time. Rakim
hold on. You said 88 go to Big Daddy Kane, sir. You said Big Daddy Kane over NWA?
That shit is fucking trash, dog. Get the fuck off the airwaves.
Stop it. Get some help. Stop it. Get some help. Stop it. Get some help.
You said Big Daddy Kane over. Don't get me wrong. Big Daddy Kane was cool. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Big Daddy Kane had some hits for sure. I fuck with a couple of Big Daddy Kane songs, but over NWA? Fuck no.
Their album drop. Public Enemy rapping about equality, race, and the system.
And then you put them over Public Enemy too. It really should have been Public Enemy and NWA, because they was both pushing the same thing. It's just like they was pushing for, like, I want to say, the more radical black power movement, and NWA was talking about the hood and where they came up from and why shit is the way it is. So in my personal opinion, it's like, I don't know if you could really, I don't know, man. I would still take NWA over anybody for 88, but Public Enemy was right there.
But the winner here to me is NWA with their debut album Straight Outta Compton, which had a crazy impact with a movie coming out about it years later. I mean, this was Dr. Dre, Eazy-E, Ice Cube, just some of the best with hit songs. The end of the 80s had Slick Rick with a big push to lyricism.
Most definitely. Shout out to Slick Rick.
The crown again goes to NWA just because of the insane impact they had on rap music and the listeners.
Now, 89, let's be real, 89. I'm giving that to Public Enemy. I don't care. Public Enemy gets 1 year out the 80s. Listen, I know the 80s was before my time. I'm a 90s baby. The 80s is ahead of my time. But brother, you smoking on dick on this one. I'm sorry. Don't get me wrong. NWA was still at an all-time high in 89, but Public Enemy definitely, I think Public Enemy was deserved 89. In my personal opinion, if it's two groups from the 80s that I really listen to, it's NWA and Public Enemy. I don't really listen, and Rakim. I listen to Rakim. Rakim got that shit. I don't really listen to anybody else. LL Cool J got some songs. Big Daddy Kane got some songs. I really can't get into Run DMC for nothing. I really can't get into Run DMC. I just can't. The Beastie Boys, not my type of flavor. Who else? I'm not really a big fan of Kurtis Blow. And The Message is the only song I listen to by the by yeah. But anyways, though, yeah, the 80s I'm not a big fan of. I think the 80s is the most overrated decade for rap in general. But I believe 89 was the year of Public Enemy, in my personal opinion.
They give an insight to what rappers rap about today. And when it comes to the 80s as an entire decade, it is tough, but the crown goes to Rakim just because of the long-standing impact he had on rap as a whole, with hits on hits coming out. Starting the 90s off with 1990, we had Ice Cube starting his solo career, A Tribe Called Quest using jazz music and mixing it with rap, and LL Cool J with Mama Said Knock You Out. But the crown goes to Public Enemy with the deep album Fear of the Black Planet, which had a great social
Most
impact
definitely.
on the world of music. 1991 had a big run from Ice Cube with his album
Yeah, 1991 should go to Ice Cube.
Death Certificate and a diss track to NWA.
1991
The winner
is Ice
here
Cube.
is Tribe Called Quest with the
You smoking dick.
Stop it. Get some help. Stop it. Get some help. Stop it. Get some help.
Really, nigga? Really, nigga? Really, nigga?
You smoking on dick, nigga, for real.
Try!
That shit is fucking trash, dog. Get the fuck off the airwaves.
You smoking on dick, my nigga, for real.
Shut up, bitch!
You smoking on dick, for real. With this whole, you say A Tribe Called Quest over Ice Cube for 1991, you smoking on dick, nigga.
second album, The Low End Theory, which is another major
Like, and it's no disrespect to A Tribe Called Quest, RP Five Dog, but I'm not taking them over Ice Cube, over a prime Ice Cube. I'm not taking them over prime Ice Cube. Fuck out of here. Like, don't get me wrong, Tribe Called Quest is cool, but they not fucking Ice Cube, bro. They weren't doing what Ice Cube was doing. They wasn't talking about the shit that Ice Cube was talking about. They was more like they was talking more like, I guess, being yourself for the most part. And sometimes they would talk about relationships and all this other stuff, but for the most part, I'm more like what Cube was talking about was 10 times more relevant today than what they was talking about. Don't get me wrong, fire ass album, timeless classic. The Low End Theory is a timeless classic. I'll give you that, but I'm not putting that over Death Certificate. I'm just not.
influential album when it comes to sampling in music and rap as
I
a
beg
whole.
your
This
pardon?
is still an album pulling major streams today. 1992
your
was a
pardon?
West
Oh, so you going on streams and popularity? Okay, so this is my biggest problem with people that are not of the culture. Okay, this is my problem with you. I understand hip hop is for everybody, but I hate when people make these videos and they only go based off the numbers instead of what the culture is talking about. See, it's people that's not in the culture that think they have the right to speak on the culture, and I hate these type of videos, bro, because it's not by people of the culture. Okay, I like it more. I would prefer people of the culture to do these videos more than people who aren't a part of our culture, people who didn't grow up where we grew up, people who only listen to it but they from the suburbs and they only like rap because it's rebellious. I want to rebel against my mom and dad, so I listen to rap music. Yeah, those type of niggas, bro. Like, I'm so sick and tired of people that are not of the culture that speak on these videos, and it irks me. It pisses me off because y'all choose what's popular and what did numbers versus what the culture was actually feeling. And that's the biggest problem with these type of videos, when you have people that aren't of the culture making these videos. Now, granted, I wasn't born. I will admit that I wasn't born yet when this shit happened, but I can tell you, without the shadow of a doubt, people who was around during the time, people who were in the culture, would tell me all the time that 1991 was all Ice Cube. That's what they would tell you. They will tell you that Ice Cube was 1991 in a nutshell. Like, a Tribe Called Quest is cool, but Ice Cube was really running 91. I'm not fucking with it. I'm not fucking with it.
West Coast dominance with Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, and Snoop Dogg. Crown for 92 goes to Dr. Dre with The Chronic, which shaped West Coast rap for a run. A producer who can also rap. This album was a commercial hit. 1993 was a very tough year. Tupac released Strictly for My Friends. Tribe Called Quest with their third album, Midnight Marauders. Wu-Tang Clan dropped Enter the
Wu-Tang Clan.
36 Chambers,
it's not even close.
Which was a hit out the gate, but the winner here is Snoop Dogg.
Oh yeah, that's right. Snoop Dogg did come out this year.
Style, which sold over 800.
I keep getting it confused. Did Snoop come out in 94 or 93? I keep getting it confused, bro. I don't be thinking. I'll be thinking like 93 was Wu-Tang, 94 was Snoop. 94 was Snoop, Nas, and Biggie. I keep thinking that, but I keep forgetting that technically Doggy Style came out in 99. I think it came out late 99, but it still came out in not 99, but 93. It came out in late 93, but it still came out in 93.
100,000.
I keep forgetting about Snoop. Yeah.
Week,
I ain't mad at this.
Which was unheard of at the time. 1994, another tough year with Outkast's debut album, Scarface with The Diary, one of the best.
Let me guess, it's gonna be Nas. 94 gonna go to Nas. Even though I have a problem with Illmatic being considered the best thing to happen for 94, when you have to consider the fact that commercially that album didn't do good. Like, people wasn't really rocking with that album. It was a word of mouth thing from what I was told. From what I was told, Nas Illmatic was a word of mouth thing. It wasn't like commercially successful. It was a word of mouth thing. Like, yo, you heard that Nas album? That Nas album fire, bro. But realistically, Biggie was the real winner of 94, if we being honest. I'm just saying. He was the real winner of this year. I feel like because Outkast was from the South, people just wasn't really rocking with it like that. But I think after the Source Awards, people started to take Outkast a little bit more seriously. After the Source Awards.
Best Southern rap albums ever. This one was really hard to choose. Biggie came out with Ready to Die and Nas came out with Illmatic. These two are not just amazing albums, but these two albums are debated as the greatest rap albums of all time.
In my personal opinion, I'm gonna say this: Nas Illmatic, in my perspective, this is just my personal opinion. I crown this like how I look at Nas Illmatic, how I look at To Pimp a Butterfly. It's a good album. I just don't have any replay value for it. Like, it's a good album, don't get me wrong, but like the replay value is like, I really don't want to listen to Illmatic after I listened to it once. Like, I'll probably go back to it every, like, what, 10, 5, 8 years. But I would listen to Ready to Die more than I would listen to Illmatic. And Illmatic is fire. I like the talking points that he was talking about. He was talking about real shit on there. But I'm just not, like, just the replay value for me. I'm just like, it's cool, but it's like, it's cool, it's fire. I hear what he's saying, but aside from probably Who World Is This? The World Is Yours, and Empire State of Mind, and then what's the song with the Michael Jackson sample? I forgot the name of that song. Fuck, I forgot the name of the song. Yeah, that song, and there's another song on here too I forgot about, but I can't think of them on top of my head. I ain't listened to Illmatic in years, bro. That's how much the replay value is. I haven't listened to this song, this album in years, bro. I think the last time I listened to this album was 2018. I just randomly put this album on and listened to it for the whole day for no reason at all. I just listened to it for the whole day just because. Other than that, though, I don't really I ain't gonna say Illmatic was bad. I just, like I said, I'm never gonna say Illmatic was bad because I would be lying to myself if I said it was a bad album. It's not a bad album. It's not a replayable album for me personally. I would rather listen to Biggie Ready to Die. Like, I'd rather like Biggie Ready to Die would be a weekly listen versus Nas Illmatic. That would be like a every 5-year listen.
My winner here is Nas with Illmatic, but honestly, these two are neck and neck for winner. 1995 is one of the years Tupac had his major run, becoming the most captivating figure in hip-hop with a deep dive into his life through music.
Absolutely.
His album Me Against the World debuted #1 while he was in prison at the time. 1996 again goes to Tupac because there was no rapper at the time that was louder, more dominant, and bigger. This year he released All Eyes on Me, and him passing away this year only pushed his legacy further. The winner for 1997 is Biggie. This is the year he released Life After Death that eventually...
We should really just say Bad Boy in general. We should really just say Bad Boy in general, bruh. Like, let's be real, bruh. Biggie, then Diddy came out with No Way Out, and then I think Maze dropped his debut album after that. Yeah, we should just say Bad Boy in general. Bad Boy in general took over 97. This is the Diddy year.
Went diamond with 10+ million copies sold. Although he later passed this year, he cemented himself as one of the greatest to ever do it. 1998 was a battle between DMX and Jay-Z, both dropping hits.
No, it was not a battle. It was DMX, and it wasn't even close, bro. DMX had the hood in the chokehold. Jay-Z just had one song, bro. Don't get me wrong. He had a couple of hits, but they weren't fucking with what DMX was doing. Like, Hard Knock Life is probably like the only song that has sustainable radio play. But DMX had the hood in a chokehold, bro. It was never a debate, bro. Trust me. It was just, it's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. That was it. And then after that, it's like, if it didn't have DMX on it, nobody cared, because we was all looking at DMX. We was all looking at DMX like a little differently than we was looking at Jay. Like, Jay was like, you cool and all that, but you ain't fucking with this dude over here. This dude over here, we fuck with him. We connect with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit that he was talking about, people connected with more than what Jay-Z was talking about.
Hit records. DMX with It's Dark and Hell is Hot and Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood, and Jay-Z with Hard Knock Life. But DMX was just louder with both of his albums going platinum. 1999, Jay-Z was still hot with Life and Times of Sean.
I wouldn't be surprised if you say The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. I wouldn't be surprised if you said it. Everybody says it. I don't know. I think no, because Dr. Dre and Dr. Dre came out with 2001. So if 2001 by Dr. Dre is not it's not the album of 1999, then I don't know where you're going with this. I mean, now if you choose The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, then that's perfectly fine. I'm not gonna be mad at you, but I still personally feel like Dr. Dre had the better album, in my personal opinion. Because once again, I ain't gonna say no. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that because I'll be lying to myself. Like, I don't sit up here and listen to X Factor all the time. I love X Factor. That's my favorite song off that entire album.
Sean Carter, but this is the same year Eminem released.
No, not the white boy. No, anybody but the white boy. Come on, man. Don't tell me you gonna put Eminem over Dr. Dre. Stop it. Stop it.
What they put on your sandwich? Too much goddamn mayonnaise.
Please stop it.
Shady LP, and Eminem really turned heads with this one. He showed people not just how talented he is, but also how crazy he was. Eminem wins this year. Now when it comes to...
You suck a dick, bro. You put this over Chronic? Over 2001? You smoking on dick, bro. See, this is what I mean, bro. I already know what's about to happen, bro. For the remainder of the rest of this video, it's going to be Eminem, probably some Kanye, probably some Lil Wayne, a good chunk of Drake, and it's just gonna be Eminem. No, you smoking on dick, bro. And then you probably gonna add in some Lil Uzi and some Travis Scott in here. I can already tell where this is finna go, bro. This is what I mean, bro, by niggas that are not of the culture, bro. Niggas that are not of the culture. Speaking on the culture, bro. 1999 had to go to Dr. Dre, bro. 2001 was a motherfucker, bro. That album, I think that album had a run all the way to 2003, bro. That album had a run from 1999 to 2003. By that point, the South had taken over and the sound had changed. So we was kind of like done with that late 90s, early 2000s like shit, because we was moving on to what the South had to offer by 2003. And then 50 Cent had came out the woodworks. So yeah. I totally disagree, but this is what I mean, man. It's people that's not of the culture that speak for on the culture. And I'm not saying that you can't, I'm not saying that, you know, people that's not of the culture cannot speak on hip hop, but it's like when y'all do videos like this, I would just like you to do your research and stop looking at just the numbers, bro. I would like for them to look at like the culture, see what the culture talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like see people who really like was around during these times and see what they say and get their perspective. People that was actually there, you know what I'm saying? Versus just numbers that you see on the fucking website. And that's the thesis of your video. That's what I mean, bro.
The 1990s as a whole, it's a battle between Tupac and Biggie and Nas and Jay-Z as the runner-ups. But the winner here has to be Biggie.
You smoking on dick. How does 2 albums equate over how many albums did Pac put out? Tupacalypse, Strictly for My Niggas. What's the Me Against the World, Me Against the World, All Eyes on Me, Doc Illuminati. That's 5 albums. How did them 5 albums get knocked out by how do 2 albums knock out 5 albums? How do those 2 albums knock out that 5 album run? I'm just saying, bro. Don't get me wrong. Biggie deserves his flowers, but dude only put out 2 albums, bro. Chill. It's Tupac and it's not even close, bro. His music was still getting played. I mean, both their music was still getting played, but Tupac's got a little bit more love than Biggie's did. I'm just saying, bro. But once again, you going off numbers. You're not really going off what the culture is talking about, what the hood is talking about. You just going off the numbers of what you see on the internet and not really. This is what I mean by niggas was raised by the internet. I don't care if this video becomes controversial and motherfuckers want to be on my head again for that shit. I really don't care, bro. I'm not listening to what you got to say, because reality is, as long as I get these views and these likes, I don't really give a fuck. Because as long as I'm doing what the fuck I want to do, and I'm gonna say what the fuck I feel, man. I don't care, bro. I don't care how this video comes off to anybody, bro. This is my channel. I'm going to stay how I feel, and I'm going to feel what, and I'm gonna just say what I feel. I speak from the heart. It's no hate, it's no malice. I'm just speaking from the heart. If you can't take the criticism, then my nigga, eat a dick. Tough shit. Eat a dick, nigga. That's what comes with it. I gotta get criticized for shit all the fucking time. I gotta get criticized because I do rants like this all the fucking time. These rants like this, bro. You can't be doing these rants. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, nigga. If I feel something in my heart, bro, I'ma say it. I'm not finna just hold back and just let the video be what it is. No, if this is what y'all need a nigga like me to do this shit. Y'all need a nigga like me to say shit like this. Because if I don't, who will? Ain't nobody else gonna say this shit, because everybody trying to fit in. Everybody's trying to cater to a certain audience. Me personally, I don't give a fuck. I say what the fuck I feel, and I say it, and I say it because it's my fucking platform. Who the fuck in here is gonna stop me? I'm in this house that I pay the rent for. I pay for the internet. I pay for the lights. I pay for the water. I pay for the food in the refrigerator. I pay for all this equipment. Who the fuck gonna stop me from saying what the fuck I can't say on on my own platform, bro? This is how I feel, bro. This is exactly how I feel, bro. If I disagree with something and I feel like going in, I'm gonna just say what the fuck I feel. If you don't like it, leave a dislike, keep it moving. I'm gonna just keep saying what I feel, bro. I don't care.
Sorry, but I'm from New York. Entering the 2000s, Eminem takes the crown again with the Marshall Mathers LP.
I'll give you this one. I'll give you this one because this is actually one of my. This is actually the only. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is the only Eminem. This is the only Eminem I've ever fucked with. Was this version of Eminem? This album right here is the only Eminem I've ever fucked with. Anything else after this, it's either cartoonish, it's too over the top, and it's not my cup of tea. So I give you this one.
Record-breaking album that sold nearly 2 million copies its first week and still selling and streaming today. One of the greatest albums of all time, Jay-Z Can't Catch a Break. Until finally in 2001, Jay-Z releases The Blueprint, an amazing rap album which is nearly perfect. An album produced by Timbaland, Kanye West, and Just Blaze. For the year, Jay-Z wins.
I'll give you this one. I'll give you Blueprint. If you want to say Blueprint, cool. Me personally, I'm taking Ludacris. I'm taking Ludacris word of mouth over Ludacris word of mouth. I'm taking that over the Blueprint for me. But I do understand if you do say that the Blueprint one is the best album of 2001. I have no problem with you saying that at all. If you think Big Lips had the better album, I'll give it to you. But me personally, I'm taking Ludacris. I'm just taking Ludacris, bro. I feel like roll out, top back, me and my homies. So drop that, we rolling on 20s with the top back. So much money, you can't stop that. That I'm taking that shit over H to the is a B to the is H. She's a my ninja used to dribble down in VA. All right, cool, whatever.
2002 was another clear winner for Eminem, who dropped the Eminem Show, another album that sold over 1 million copies.
Nah. Once again, we going by numbers, and we not considering the culture. We not considering the culture. We only considering the numbers. We're not considering the culture. Like I said, it's gonna be Eminem. I'm telling you, bro. Bro, the mayonnaise has become so predictable at this point when it comes to this rap shit, bro. The real winner of 2002 was Nelly, and it wasn't close, bro. Nelly had 2002 on lock, bro. 2002 was Nelly, bro. He had it on lock, bro. What are we talking about? The most annoying song to ever play. The most annoying song. If you play it in the club today, you will get looked at. The DJ will get looked at weird if he ever played the song in the club. If it's not full of white people and it's just niggas in there and you play, it's getting hot in here, so take off all your. I guarantee you, all the niggas gonna look at you like, nigga, this is not 2002. Cut that shit off, nigga. But if you play Dilemma, you good though. If you play Dilemma, you good. Come on, man. Let's see here. What we talking about here? Hot in here. I am number one. Come on, man. Then you had Air Force Ones. Stomping in my Air Force Ones. You had Air Force Ones. Then you had Dilemma, which had the summer on lock. Had us dancing and romanticizing to a god. I said romanticizing. What the fuck? Relationshiping, being romantic with your partner to a song that was talking about niggas cheating on each other, cheating on their significant other to be with another person. But I digress.
First week, really putting him into the Hall of Fame. 2002 also had Nelly with his album Nellyville, which was a commercial hit. Jay-Z with The Blueprint 2.
You messed with Blueprint too.
Elliott with their hit album Under Construction. Again in 2003, we have a clear winner in 50 Cent.
Yeah, 50 got 2003.
Die Trying.
Yeah, this one ain't even up for debate. 50 got 03 in the chokehold.
2003 was a slow year, but 50 Cent really dominated with this album. Still one of the greatest today. 2004 was another slow year. Everyone's still listening to Jay-Z and Eminem and 50 Cent, but the winner here goes to Kanye West with the
2004 was not a slow year. What are you talking? See, this is what I mean. Nigga's not for the. What are you talking about? This nigga just said 2004 was a slow year. This is how I know you don't listen to rap music. Nigga, 2004 was the littest year ever, bruh. 2003 to 2005 was probably the greatest run in rap music history, bruh. What are you talking about? We talking about from Little John and the East Side Boys to Little Scrappy and what's that group name? Trillville, goddamn Crime Mob, Nuck if you buck, Nuck if you buck. You had niggas making songs about white tees and shit. You had Fat Joe with Lean Back. You had so many you had so many like underground hits that was like they weren't like mainstream hits, but they sort of became mainstream because everybody started noticing them. Like fucking I'm trying to think. It was so many shit that came out in 04 that I can't let's see here. Damn, I can't think of it. It's all I know is, man, it was hella shit that came out in 04, bro. I can't wrap my mind around it, but it was so much shit that came out around 04, bro. Fuck it. Yeah, T.I. was even out around this time. T.I. dropped Urban Legend around this time. I think Outkast. The fuck is he talking about? Outkast even dropped this year. He ain't even talk about Outkast. If we had to do 2001 over again, I might. No, Stankonia is still trash. No, Stankonia is still trash in my personal opinion. But the album is trash. Not the singles though. The singles was fire. Miss Jackson, So Fresh and So Clean, and Bombs Over Baghdad. But the rest of that album, you throw that shit in the trash. That shit, nah. I ain't fuck with Stankonia. Nah. But Speaker Box and Love Below. Nah, bro, that's a certified 2004. That's a certified 2004. 2000. That's a certified 2004 banger right there, bro. They came out with some hits, bro. You tripping, bro? This man just said 04 was a slow year, sir. Was you listening to the same? Fuck it, Ludacris even came out this year. Ludacris dropped Red Light District this year. I'm trying to think who else came out with something this year, 04. It was so much shit from 04, bro. 04 was a crazy year. I mean, the only person I can really think of is Usher, but that's R&B. That's not hip hop. I want to say Lil Jon had some hits here and there too. Yeah, bro. You smoking on dick for saying that.
College Dropout, the producer who showed what he can do. Jay-Z was still loud here with his late 2003 The Black Album, which carried into 2004, but I give this one to Kanye. 2005 is when rap music really started to heat up. 50 Cent dropped The Massacre, Lil Wayne dropped The Carter 2, but the winner again goes to Kanye West with Late Registration with multiple
I ain't got no problem with that.
Unique, unheard of sound.
But this is what I mean by he not tapped in with the culture. Where Jeezy at? Where Gucci at? Where the Game at? Documentary was fire. Like, y'all can say what y'all want, but Documentary is fire. Y'all can say what y'all want, but Documentary is fire, bro. And to be honest, in my personal opinion, and I might get some flack for this, I don't care. I think Documentary was 10 times better than Massacre. That's just me though. Now I know 50 Cent gave up a lot of his hits to Documentary so the Game could succeed, but I still feel, but even with that though, it don't matter. Documentary is still, in my personal opinion, a better listen than the Massacre. Like, the Massacre got a couple of hits on there, but a lot of songs have not aged well from that album. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. A lot of songs did not age well from that Massacre album like Documentary did. Documentary, them songs aging like fine wine. Now, the Late Registration definitely won. Carter 2, alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's had a couple of, I ain't gonna lie, Lil Wayne had a couple of songs on here I fuck with, but I'm still not a Lil Wayne guy, so fuck Lil Wayne. See here, oh 05. I'm trying to think what else happened in 05. Like I said, Jeezy had the summer on lock, bruh. Jeezy and Gucci had the summer on lock. Then you had fucking you had Boosie and Webby dropping mixtapes around this time. Swerve ride, swerve live, swerve ride. You ain't never had shit. Swerve on them for your daddy in the pen. Swerve on them, acting bad off that gin. Yeah, swerve on them. Come on, man. Y'all tripping, bro. Y'all tripping, bro. We ain't showing no love. That's what I mean, bro. You gotta be tapped in with the culture, bro. You can't just be you got to be tapped in with the culture, bro. You just can't be going by the numbers and what the Billboard charts be saying. Sometimes you just got to have some knowledge up here, bro. For real, dog.
All three of these albums sold multiple millions collectively. 2006 was a hard choice because there wasn't any hit albums, but
you're smoking on dick here. You're smoking on dick. You said, hold on, go back for me.
Collectively, 2006 was a hard choice because there wasn't any.
You saying that Doctor's Advocate was not a hit album. Doctor's Advocate was a fire album. In my personal opinion, I take Doctor's Advocate over the documentary. As great as the documentary one was, Doctor's Advocate was 10 times better because it was just Game by himself at that point. No Dr. Dre, no 50 Cent, no G Unit, no none of that. It was just him by himself, and he did a fantastic job. I think Doctor's Advocate, he has something to prove. If you really listen to Doctor's Advocate, bro, this is one of the most underrated albums to ever come out, bro. And like, I feel like people don't give this one a lot of love because it was a bunch of 50 Cent dick riders, in my personal opinion. In my personal opinion, it was a lot of 50 Cent dick riders. Like, don't get me wrong, I love 50 Cent back then around that time too. But even I felt some type of way about 50 Cent because I felt like he just started too much shit with people. I felt like he was a shit starter, and he was just starting all these random beefs, and he was getting into it with all these people. And I'm just like, I don't really like that. You know what I'm saying? I like my rappers to be cool. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be too confrontational, bro. Like 50 was just too confrontational, and I felt like when he got rid of the Game, I fuck with the Game, and I feel like his album was the most fire one. And then on top of that, we forgot about T.I. King album. T.I. was running 06. What are we talking about? The ATL movie came out. What You Know About That came out. Then the King album came out. Then all the hits that came out of that one album, bro. He had the summer on lock, and then the feature run he was on too. With what are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Hit albums, but the winner here is Lil Wayne.
And then you a Lil Wayne dick rider. You're a Lil Wayne dick rider on top of that. How you gonna say an album that came out in 05 and then you gonna push it into 06? You sucking dick, bro. You just don't want to give T.I. his credit. People just don't want to give T.I. his credit, bro. I hate the fact that people don't want to do that, bro. You got to give T.I. his credit, bro. Come on, dog. Cause I mean, who was a bigger artist around this time, bro? Like Lil Wayne didn't really like start bubbling up in 06 until like damn near the end when we was going into 07. Like when we was going into 07, that's when Lil Wayne started to bubble up because the We Taking Over beat, the We Taking Over verse, and then all the other Make It Rain and all that shit, that came at like damn near the end of 2006. T.I. was running the whole thing from the beginning. Come on, bro. What is we doing here?
Gained a lot of mainstream traction off his 2005.
And then we gonna act like Jeezy didn't drop his second album. I forgot what it's called. Was it Inspiration or something like that? Yeah, The Inspiration. So we ain't gonna act like Jeezy didn't drop another album in 06 as well. Rick Ross didn't come out. Young Jock didn't come out. Boosie didn't come out in 06, bro. We just gonna sit up here. This is what I mean. Niggas not tapped in with the culture.
The Carter 2 and collab album with Birdman and features that he did. Wayne really showed everyone why he
just going with the mainstream because you wasn't tapped in, bro. You was listening to fucking You was listening to fucking Kids Bop, bro. I could tell, bro. Niggas was listening to Kids Bop and Disney Radio, bro. Stop it, bro. Stop it.
He's one of the best to ever do it with his lyricism and flow. 2007 saw a crazy head-to-head with 50 Cent versus Kanye West. These two
Okay, '07 was pretty solid. '07 was really good though. '07 has some heat though. Let's see here. See, obviously you got Graduation, Curtis. I wouldn't say from like an album perspective it was heat, but like from a single, like from a song perspective, '07 was going crazy though. '07 was going crazy from a song perspective. Not really from an album perspective, but from a song perspective. Like it was just hits on top of hits. What we started off with in '07, we started off with like what, T-Pain and Young Jack, I'm gonna buy you a drink. We started off with that. Try to think what else was going on. Damn, I can't think of it, bro. It's '07, bro. I can remember the summer '07, the Soulja Boys, the A-Babies, the Party Like a Rock Star. T.I. dropped that weak ass T.I. versus T.I.P. album. That shit was garbage. I ain't gonna hold you. That T.I. versus T.I.P. song was garbage. The album was garbage. I ain't gonna hold you on that one. Try to think what else. Damn, dog, I can't really think of nothing from '07. Bro, it's been so long, but the 2000s was so long ago. It's kind of hard to think about it. But like the singles, it was plenty of singles. I just can't wrap my mind around all of them. I can only think of the more notable ones, the ones that got played on the radio the most, but I'm trying to think of some more. I can't think of any right now.
two were set to release their album around the same date and competed publicly, but the winner here is Kanye West with Graduation.
Absolutely. I ain't got no problem with that because that was the honestly the greatest album.
This battle between the two really pushed hip-hop music to be respected and mainstream. 2008 now saw a battle between Lil Wayne and Kanye with 808s and
Fuck no. One not tapped in with the culture, bro. It's Paper Trail, bro. Fuck out of here with that 808s and Heartbreaks, bro. It was Paper Trail, bro. T.I. Paper Trail versus Lil Wayne Carter 3. And if we being honest, Paper Trail is washing Carter 3 because the songs on Carter 3 have not aged well. Besides Mrs. Officer, wee. That besides that song, it fucking what's the other song? I can't think of it because the rest of the album is garbage. I know it's like two other songs on that album that was good because the rest of the album is garbage. Like it has not aged well. That album is stuck in its time that it came out in. But like Paper Trail on the other hand though, Paper Trail is fire. I ain't gonna hold you. Paper Trail is fire. When you want to talk about a nigga rapping like the rent was due, like his life depended on it, T.I. was rapping his ass off. Like what the first, like I don't even think it was the first song. I think it was the first song. Rapping for the hell of it. Hella rich. Never have to sell a brick again. Must I tell a bitch again? Come on, man. I'm Illy. That nigga was snapping on that shit. I ain't never heard T.I. rap like that before in my life. That was my first time in my life hearing T.I. snap like he did on that first track, bro. And then the rest of the album was just pure hits. The rest of the album was just pure hits, bro. Like, come on, bro. What are we talking about here? 808s and Heartbreaks, you only got like 3 good songs on there. 2 good songs, really. Heartless and Love Lockdown. Aside from them two, you not listening to this album. The only people listening to this album is depressed ass weirdos, bro. Suicidal ass weirdos, bro. Niggas like, she broke my heart. I can't take it. Shut up, pussy ass up, man. Fuck out of here, bro. No, fuck out of here.
Heartbreaks and the Carter 3, which was tough, but the winner here goes to Lil Wayne. Not just because the Carter 3 was a massive breakout for Wayne, but also because of the insane amount of features.
Yeah. He sold 1 million the first week. That shit's still trash, bro. That shit's still trash. I'm taking Paper Trail over Carter 3 any day of the week, bro.
Lil Wayne was doing and showing out on nearly every song. At the time, Wayne was impossible to ignore. 2009 saw the
Fuck it. I'll take. Hold on. Why do that? Why do that?
debut tape from Drake. So,
But I'll take fucking I'll take Ludacris album that he dropped in 2008 over over Carter 3, bro. What was that album called? I forgot what it was called. It was called Theater. It was called like a theater or something. Something about theaters or something like that. I forgot.
far gone, but his time hasn't started yet. Kanye and Lil Wayne continue to gain traction from their '08 albums, but the winner here goes to Jay-Z with the Blueprint.
Big Lips. You really chose Big Lips for 09. Then again, 09 was a garbage year, so I give you that one. 09 was a garbage year, so I give you this one. This is probably the one time where Big Lips actually, you could honestly say Big Lips actually was somewhat of the best option here. Even though I highly disagree with Big Lips being the having the best body of work this whole year, but I can't deny he was the only person putting shit out around this time, bro. So I don't want to give it to him, but you have to give it to him because 09 was weak. 09 was definitely weak. Drake dropped So Far Gone. Let's see. The only thing Wayne put out in 09 was that No Ceilings mixtape. Low key, I'll take that No Ceilings mixtape over this bullshit. And I don't even fuck with Wayne, but if there is one project I fuck with heavy from Wayne, it's that first No Ceilings. That first No Ceilings, some of the most fire. That was probably some of the best shit I've ever heard from Wayne, in my personal opinion. But I am not a Wayne fan by any stretch of the imagination. Don't get it twisted. It's still fuck Lil Wayne over here. I'm just saying though. I'm taking Wayne. I'm just saying though.
3, his 11th studio album, which was very radio friendly and really just played everywhere at the time. Choosing who takes the crown for the 2000s was a tough choice with Wayne, Jay-Z, Eminem, 50 Cent,
you gonna
Kanye,
choose a white
who
boy.
are all considered GOATs today, but the winner here goes to Eminem.
I knew
he
it.
ran this era with hits, sales, influence, all boxes were checked out. Starting off the 2010s with 2010, we had a clear winner in Kanye West with
Absolutely.
My Dark, Beautiful, Twisted Fantasy.
Not even close. This is probably some of the best work Kanye put out, but I don't think none of the songs will ever be in his top 10. None of the songs from this album will ever be in his top 10, but this is probably some of the best work production wise and just like storytelling from this. The storytelling from here, the production, what he was trying to get his point across. Yeah, this is probably some of the best work Kanye probably put out.
One of the greatest rap albums of all time. We also saw Drake's breakthrough with Thank You Later,
you can miss me
and
with Thank
Eminem's
Me Later.
comeback with Recovery, but Kanye's album was not top this year. In 2011, we had Drake drop Take Care and Kendrick releasing Section 8.
It's gonna be Take Care. I'm gonna be honest with you. Not a lot of people was really listening. If you sit up here and say I was listening to Take, you a motherfucker lie. You know you had Take Care. You wasn't listening to no Section 80. Look, I didn't even get into Section 80 until like what? Damn near around the time he dropped Swimming Pools. That's when I started getting into Section 80 because people started talking about Kendrick Lamar a lot more often. So that was probably the time when I started like getting into Kendrick Lamar because I wasn't like big on Kendrick Lamar. My first Kendrick Lamar song, I've already stated in one of my previous videos, was a song he made about Beyonce. That shit was wild. He made a song about Beyonce. He dissed Jay-Z of that shit because he was like, Beyonce, you supposed to be my fiance. Like, you gotta deal with that big nip nigga. Like, bruh, like that was my introduction to Kendrick right there, was him making a song about him fantasizing over Beyonce. Other than that, Section 80, I didn't really listen to it till like damn near like around the summertime of 2012. Like, I ain't gonna sit up here and say I was a straight up Kendrick fan. Like, beside Well, I mean, Macadelic was really where I started listening to Kendrick a lot more because I heard him on Mac Miller's Macadelic album. I think that was the mixtape that I heard Kendrick Lamar on. He was on the song with Mac Miller. I believe it was. I remember the song's called A1 and it had Kendrick Lamar on it. It was a Mac Miller song. I think it was Macadelic. I'm not for sure. I'm not for sure. Y'all can correct me in the comments. That's when I started taking Kendrick Lamar a little bit more seriously.
80, but the crown for this year has to go to Drake with Take Care. One of the most influential hip.
Yep, it goes to Drake. Take Care. I ain't gonna hold you, gang. Take Care was some shit, bro. But see, this is the thing, though. This is when Drake was relatable, but this is where you start. This is as you get older, you start to realize Drake. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Take Care is still good, but it's not aging well. It's still a good album. It's like, if it makes sense, it's a good album, but it's not aging well because you felt these emotions when you were in your younger days. We've grown, but Drake hasn't grown with us. Like, we've grown, we matured, we've been through things, we don't figure things out, we don't forgive and forget, we don't forgave, we don't forget and forgave people, we done just moved on, we done built something better for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We separated. But it seems like Drake is still making music for like, lonely ass teenagers, if that makes sense.
Pop R&B albums with songs like Headline and Marvin's Room, and some consider this to be Drake's best album. 2012 saw the release of Good Kid, Mad City from Kendrick, which was
definitely
an instant classic.
It's not even up for debate, bro.
Chainz, Schoolboy Q.
Hey, people sleep on that 2 Chainz album. Y'all sleeping on that. People sleep on that one. I know a lot of people gonna say, 2 Chainz ain't even that good at rap. It's not about the rapping, bro. It's just like the nigga was just making some entertaining music, bro. I was entertained. Like, was it good rap? No, it's not. It's not 2 Chainz as of right now. Right now, 2 Chainz as of right now. Oh, 2 Chainz as of right now. He's evolved as an artist. People just don't want to give him the credit because they still look at him from his first 2 albums. You still look at 2 Chainz as that nigga from his first 2 albums, but you haven't seen how he has evolved and become such a better rapper than what he was back then. Like, the signs were there. It's just, over time it had to grow. So as of right now, yeah, 2 Chainz, I would say is 10 times a better rapper than what he was on this album. But this album was still fun to listen to.
And even Nas, but the winner here is clearly Kendrick, who dropped a legendary album. 2013 was a huge year for modern day GOATs and for commercial rap. J. Cole released Born Sinner, Kanye dropped Yeezus, which was the weirdest album at the time. Kendrick was still catching steam off Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah, everybody dropped this year. Who else dropped this year? Let's see, everybody dropped in 2013. I think, Wiz Khalifa dropped this year. J. Cole, Drake, Kendrick still riding off a Good Kid, Mad City. Kanye release, Wale release, Jay-Z release. Trying to think who else. I think Meek Mill dropped. No, he dropped in 2012. He dropped the Dreams and Nightmares in 2012, if I'm not mistaken. Who else dropped this year? Rick Ross dropped this year. Did I say Wiz Khalifa? I think I said Wiz Khalifa. Wiz Khalifa dropped this year. It was a lot of shit this year. This is my graduation year. This is my high school graduation year. Like, it was a lot of shit that dropped in 2013, bro. A lot of shit, bro. The abundance of music that dropped this year was crazy, bro. I think even the Migos dropped this year. This is when the Migos had broke out, bro. Yeah, this is when the Migos broke out in 2013, bro. Rich Homie Quan, RP Rich Homie Quan. That nigga really had the streets on lock, bro. Rich Homie Quan had the streets on lock, bro. Pregnant Gucci Mane was still out here dropping heat, bro. even though he was locked up. Pregnant Gucci Mane. Shout out to Pregnant Gucci Mane. I'm trying to think who else. Who else? Bro, everybody dropped this year. That's all I remember about 2013, bro. Everybody dropped this year. I think yeah, everybody dropped this year.
But the winner here is Drake with Nothing Was the Same, which
I
is
ain't mad at
debatably
it.
his most polished album, and that came with the biggest radio hit at the time, Just Hold On, We're Going Home.
That shit is
2014 had a clear winner here in J. Cole with
Yep.
2014 Forest Hill Drive.
Yep. I don't know why people keep discrediting this album now. It's like back then everybody loved this album, but nowadays people discredit this album. I get the J. Cole hate. I understand the J. Cole hate. I'm right along with y'all. J. Cole pussy. He should have never backed out. J. Cole is still pussy for that shit. But I'm never gonna sit up here and say Forest Hill Drive was not as good as people make it out to be. Like, no, bro, Born Sinner was. But fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Forest Hills Drive, probably one of the best. Top two is probably not two of his discography. If we being honest, album wise. Now, if we talking mixtape, if we want to throw mixtapes in there, ain't nothing come close to Friday Night Lights. Ain't nothing coming close to that. But Forest Hills Drive is top two and it's probably not two.
Went platinum with no features or singles. This set him up to be considered in the quote-unquote Big Three with Drake and Kendrick. 2015 was a big year for hip-hop. Kendrick released To Pimp a Butterfly, which is on so many lists.
Good album, like I said before, good album, not replayable. It's not enough replay value with this album. It's a good album though. I hear the message. I hear what he's talking about. Everything, all just because something is good does not mean it's great. You feel me? Like, I'm gonna just keep it real with you. This shit was boring. It's a great album to listen to, but it's boring. Y'all can sit up here all day and say, I'm like, y'all can sit up here, but y'all not hearing what I'm saying. I'm not saying that it's a bad album. I'm just saying it's a boring album. Okay? Good Kid, Mad City. I understand the premise. To Pimp a Butterfly, I understand the premise. I understand the story that he's telling. I understand the undertones and the messages behind the fucking album. It's just boring. This is one of the few albums he dropped. Well, no, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, that's 10 times more boring. Oh, I fell asleep on that one like 3 times, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. I fell asleep on that like 4 or 5 times, bro. 4 or 5 times I fell asleep listening to the album. That's go to bed music. That's like when MASH come on. Mr. Morale is the equivalent of MASH coming on at like 2 o'clock in the morning, bro. You just gonna fall asleep automatically, bro. I'm telling you, bro. But this album right here, it didn't put me to sleep, but it was definitely boring. Like I'm like even when you get to like the big songs, like we gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gonna be all right. Like, okay, that's cool and all, but like I listened to the rest of the album, and like probably the most deep cut song I like on here is probably Institutionalized. But aside from that though, I'm not really fucking with, like, I'm not really jumping at the, it's not catching my ear to make me go back and listen to it again. Like, this is an album I would have to listen to every 5 years, not every other year, not every other week, not every other month, just every 5 years or so I can come back and listen to this. You know what I'm saying? Maybe get a new perspective on it. Maybe it'll turn me into probably listening to it more often. Like, I've only listened to this album like 3 times so far. It's been around for a decade now. To Pimp a Butterfly has been around for a whole decade. I've only listened to this album 3 times. The last time I listened to this was like 2019. I haven't listened to it since.
The top 10 rap album ever. Travis Scott made a name for himself with Rodeo and hit single Antidote. Future went on a major mixtape run.
No, if we talking about 2015 though, and listen, everybody gonna say Kendrick Lamar, and I understand, but Future was the nigga of 2015. Now, don't get me wrong. Drake has a great case. Drake has a great case. The Meek Mill beef, Nothing Was the Same, the What a Time to Be Alive mixtape, Hotline Bling. Drake has a case. But he ain't write them raps. Disqualified. I'm sorry. He ain't write them raps. He disqualified.
Try it.
He ain't write them raps.
What more do you want from me?
He ain't write them raps, bruh. He ain't write them raps.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
You're done. You're washed. It's over.
He ain't write them raps. I gotta disqualify you, bro, because you ain't write them raps. I'm only disqualifying him because he ain't write them raps, bro. Quentin Miller wrote it. Quentin Miller was the best. If anything, Quentin Miller was the hottest thing of that year. Quentin Miller was the best thing about 2015. But if I had to give it to anybody, I'm giving it to Future, bro. Future, I was never a fan of Future until 2015. I'm gonna be honest with you. I hated Future music. All the Future early shit, like 2011 to like 2014 shit, trash. Once we got to like 2015, Dirty Sprite 2, What a Time to Be Alive, 56 Nights. I'm telling you, bro, that 2015 era of Future, I became a fan. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I became a fan. I couldn't deny the man greatness no more. I couldn't deny it. At first, I was like, man, get that bullshit out of here. I ain't trying to listen to that shit. Turn off the lights. I'm looking for it. That was some bullshit. But once I started hearing that, I just fucked your bitch, just some Gucci flip flops. I just hit the corner in the like once I started hearing that shit, I was like, okay, all right, you got, all right, it's all shit. I fuck with it, guy.
Starting the Atlanta trap scene, but the winner here to me is Drake. With If You're Reading This, It's
He
Too
ain't
Late,
write them
the collab
raps.
tape with Future, What a Time to Be Alive. These tapes really ran the streaming services with hits on hits. Now 2016, some might say, was the greatest year for music. This was considered the SoundCloud era and truly a euphoric year for music. All the rappers that came from SoundCloud and Lil Uzi Vert leading the way there. Kendrick dropped the Throwaway tape. Travis Scott took the SoundCloud sound and went mainstream with it. Drake released Views, which broke streaming records and stayed on the charts for 13 weeks straight. Future still running trap with Evil, but to me the winner here is Kanye West, not just because of the...
I agree with this wholeheartedly. I agree with this. 2016, Kanye had the hood. Kanye had the culture in a chokehold, bro. From the clothes to the Pablo shit to the Yeezy shit. Yeah, Kanye had everything in a chokehold, bro. Until he started spazzing out on stage. Once he started spazzing out on stage, he lost the culture immediately.
Life of Pablo, but also because this was the start of his major controversy all over social media. 2017, it's really starting to get tough with these picks because these are the songs and albums that I gave countless hours of listens to. Tyler the Creator, Flower Boy, More Life from Drake, Migos with Culture, Jay-Z with 4.
I'm gonna say this. If Kendrick didn't drop down, Migos would have had 2017. Migos and Lil Uzi would have probably been the top dogs for 2017. More Life was cool, but the fact that he made this a playlist instead of making it an album, which he should have just called it an album. I don't know why he called it a playlist. And Flower Boy was good, but it made me listen to Tyler a little bit more, because I was listening to Tyler at first, but like the immature rap was starting to get on. Like, I don't know, maybe it was because I was growing up and the immature rap thing was like phasing out. But Flower Boy, I definitely fuck with it, especially that call me sometime, ring a ring a ring, please pay my mind. You know I'll answer. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Frank Ocean and Tyler the Creator do not miss, bro. If it's one duo that does not miss, it's Tyler the Creator and Frank Ocean, bro. Them niggas do not miss. But like I said, man, Migos, Lil Uzi Vert, they would have been running 2007 firmly, but not Drake, but Kendrick came out with Damn. That was it. That was it. 2017 was all Kendrick, bro. 2017 was all Kendrick. Once he dropped Humble and then dropped DNA, then the album came out, it was over.
4 and so many more amazing albums, just hits on hits. Felt like there was so much music and not enough.
Hey. Remember when I said y'all don't want to hear 2 Chainz growth? Listen to Pretty Girls Love Trap music. Listen to Pretty Girls Love Track music. I'm telling you, you will see the growth in 2 Chainz. What's the word I'm looking for here? You see the growth in his music, bro. You will definitely see the growth in his music. This is his best body of work, hands down. Pretty Girls Love Trap music. This is his best body of work. This is where we saw 2 Chainz, like everything, bro. He was hitting on this one. This is his best body of work, hands down.
Time to listen to them all, but the winner here is Kendrick Lamar with Damn. He really dominated the radio here with multiple hits, and this is the year that he was basically untouchable. 2018, the legendary streaming era of music continued. Diddy came.
Hey, look, 2018, we haven't talked about the females as much, but if there was ever a time to bring up the females, Cardi B ran 2018 not even up for discussion, nigga. It's not even up for discussion. This is a year where J. Cole and Drake dropped Drake Cole probably dropped a pretty open and honest album that I fuck with. KOD was great. KOD was a great album. Do I still think it's better than Forest Hills Drive? Fuck no. And then Drake dropped Scorpion. The first half of Scorpion was good. The second half of Scorpion, straight doo-doo juice.
That shit is fucking trash, dog. Get the fuck off the airwaves.
Try it.
The second half of Scorpion was ass. Without question. The first half, fire. Nothing but hits. The second half, garbage. But Cardi B had 2018 in a chokehold, my nigga. I don't care what anybody say. If this was a year that the girls was, if there was a year for the girls, it's 2018, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Cardi B came in. I don't think people don't really give Cardi B her flowers, bro. They really don't. If Cardi B doesn't run 2018 like she did, you don't get the other females. You don't get the other female rappers. You don't get the Megan Thee Stallions. You don't get the Glorillaz. You don't get the you don't get the Doechis. You don't get none of that. You don't get the Sexy Reds. You don't get the City Girls. I know they not the best, but still they had something to contribute in some way. You don't get the Doja Cats. You don't get none of them if Cardi B is not the one breaking down the doors. Cardi B ran 2008 and it's not even up for debate, my nigga.
Back with championships, we saw the beef between Drake and Pusha T, who both dropped albums dissing each other on nearly every track. Cardi B won the worst Grammy ever with her album.
Y'all gotta stop hating on Cardi B. See, this is what I mean. Y'all don't appreciate Cardi B, bro. What she did for the women's side of things, I could understand. If you only like the niggas, then that's cool. But what she did for the women's side of things, Cardi B is a legend. Cardi B is a legend because Nicki wasn't doing it. Nicki's selfish. Nicki is selfish. She wants the spot for herself. Cardi opened the door for everybody. Said, hey, look, I'm on top now. Everybody bring your ass on up in here.
KOD from J. Cole, another #1 album with no features, but the winner here is Travis Scott with Astroworld.
This nigga said Travis Scott. Travis Scott, really? Really?
Get this sorry ass nigga out of here! You suck!
This nigga said Travis Scott. Fart all over this nigga. Fart. You, sir. Sir, I think I speak for everybody when I say I think I speak for everybody when I say this.
Hear me and hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, the fans went crazy with this one, bringing psychedelic trap to the radio with insane production features and tracks all together. Now, 2019 is when rap music became too.
Now 2019. 2019. You could. It's a toss up, bro. It's a toss up, but I'll probably say it's between Juice WRLD and DaBaby. It's between Juice WRLD and DaBaby. Those were the two that was running 2019. If I had to say 2019, it's only them two. It's Juice WRLD and then it's DaBaby. Them the only two. And I'm leaning more towards Juice WRLD. Only because Lucid Dreams, like that shit had a run of its own. It's probably one of the most annoying songs to listen to this day. But as much as DaBaby was going crazy, nah, that Lucid Dreams was even crazier. That run was 10 times crazier.
Commercial at this point, in my opinion. Juice WRLD did dominate the streams here with his album and features. Post Malone was rapping and making country and pop.
This nigga said Post Malone, bruh.
Boo this man!
This nigga said Post Malone.
Get this sorry ass nigga out of here! You suck!
At the same time, DaBaby was making a name for himself, and Lil Nas X with the biggest hit of the year.
This nigga said Lil Nas X. Don't get me wrong, he did have the biggest hit of that year, but come on, bro. One song versus everybody else's body of...
Get this sorry ass nigga out of here! You suck!
How, Sway? How, Sway?
Year, but the winner here has to go to Juice WRLD.
I said it.
The ridiculous.
I said it. It had to be Juice WRLD, bro. It had to be Juice WRLD or DaBaby. And I was leaning more towards DaBaby. It made more sense for DaBaby. I mean, not DaBaby, but Juice WRLD. That's what I meant to say. It had to make sense, bro. Lucid Dreams was still going crazy, bro, around this time.
His talent he had, the huge fan base, and hits on hits. He went on a 96 Bulls run here. And when it comes to who ran the 2010s, it's clearly between J. Cole, Kendrick, and Drake, but I think it's Drake here. I mean, he really dominated.
I ain't gonna lie, it had to be Drake because 2010 to 2018, Drake was definitely that guy. Drake was definitely that guy from 2010 to 2018. Drake was that guy. Now 2019, the only song he did in 2019 was that No Guidance song with Chris Brown. So I guess you could say even 2019 too, because that song was huge too. That song went crazy too. You got it, girl. You got it, girl. Little baby in a bucket. Yeah, I guess you could say Drake. Yeah, I ain't got no problem with y'all saying Drake. I have no problem with Drake. I will never sit up here and say that Drake did not have him hits, but he's disqualified as a top tier rapper though. he's disqualified as a top tier rapper. Like if we talking like if we do an all time greatest rappers list, he is disqualified from that list. That nigga don't write his raps, bro.
The charts and streams and cooked everyone with his numbers. 2020, another year with bangers, a lot of rappers making a name for themselves. Juice WRLD tragically passed away but had an album release which topped the charts. Lil Uzi Vert built so much hype with the turn.
This shit was garbage. This shit was hot garbage.
Or Take. Lil Baby with My Turn, which is
once again garbage.
One of my favorite trap albums. Roddy Ricch dropped the biggest.
This was fire. This was fire. This was fire. I really thought Roddy Ricch was up next. I really thought Roddy Ricch was gonna be the next guy for the new decade of rap, but boy was I wrong. I really thought he really did have it all though. I like he definitely had it, but things just didn't pan out the way that they were supposed to. But for some odd reason, this nigga could make the same song 30 different times and go crazy. This nigga could make the same song go crazy, bro. I don't get it. Somebody that actually had talent versus somebody who's not talented at all.
His hit of the year with The Box. The Baby continued his run with Rockstar.
The Baby was going crazy too, but we all know how that ended.
But I give the winner to Pop Smoke, who sadly passed away but made drill mainstream with so.
To be fair, 2020, let's be real, that's the pandemic year. Nobody was really putting anything out. Everybody was in the house. Everybody was concerned. Nobody was really putting shit out. So I guess we could just say that this was the better of them all, I guess.
So many radio hits creating a new sound. 2021 is when Kanye and Drake continued their feud and went head to head with albums.
2021. I'm gonna probably get that one to Drake. I'm gonna probably get 2021 to Drake. But I will say this though, Megan Thee Stallion started to cement herself into the game. Megan Thee Stallion for sure started to cement herself. Trying to think who else. It was a lot of like rappers that was popping up, like the Moneybagg Yo's, who the one nigga that made that one song? Sis a little bitch, sis a little hoe, trying to play it all in your throat, though baby. I'm trying to bust all up. I forgot that nigga there. Doja Cat started popping up around this time, man. Doja Cat started going crazy with the features and shit. I'm trying to think who else. 2021 was like a one-hit wonder year for a lot of people, bro. I ain't gonna lie, 2021 was a one-hit wonder year. If that makes sense. Like a lot of niggas was having like a good run for they first couple of hits, and then after that it was like, all right, bro, we good on you, gang. We good on you, gang. So a lot of people from 2021 have not like transitioned well into the 2020 so far, if that makes sense. If that makes sense.
Certified Lover Boy and Donda, but to be honest, neither of these are memorable. The real debate focuses on J. Cole with The Off Season and Tyler the Creator with Call Me If You Get Lost, and it's a tough choice, but I'll give it to Tyler.
I give you this one. But I still feel like Drake had it because Drake had a feature run that was going crazy around this time. And plus he had started dropping a couple little singles here and there. But I will say that this was probably a good album from Tyler the Creator. Especially the song where he sampled H-Town. Do your body in the backseat. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was crazy though, especially when he put NBA Young. If another person deserved credit for 2021, it's NBA Youngboy. I just remember NBA Youngboy most definitely should have got a nod for 2021. If we being honest, 2021, we got to give a nod to NBA Youngboy. We got to. That nigga was going crazy. That nigga had the youth in the chokehold, not the culture, but the youth. The culture, we like. I ain't really fucking with that music, but I get where you. I mean, hey, do you? But for like fucking the youth, oh, he had the youth for the show code, nigga.
Tyler, because his sound was super unique and his production here is amazing, and he was the underdog before this. 2022 had few great albums, few.
I'm gonna say this: 2022 was the year of the girls. I ain't gonna lie. 2022, the girls ran 2022. I ain't gonna even hold you, gang. 2022 was all about the females, bro. Doja, what should I say? Doja, Cardi was still putting out music. Megan Thee Stallion. I'm trying to think who else. Oh, Glorilla came out this year. If you want to include Ice Spice, I guess. If you want to include Ice Spice, I think the women was the most fun part of this year. I will say that Future going crazy, but I think the highlight, like I said, Mr. Morale. I know everybody gonna say Mr. Morale the Big. I just said that shit was boring. That shit was boring. I'm not even gonna hold you, gang. Fucking Mr. Morale, the Big Steppers was annoying, bruh. I was trying my hard. I could barely make it through that, bruh.
Help me! Help me!
I could not make it through that, bro. That shit was boring, bro. That shit was boring. If y'all like Mr. Morale, the Big, like I said, once again, I get the message. I got the message, but nigga, that shit was boring. I'm sorry, but I'm a real nigga over here. I'm not a dick rider. I'm a real nigga over here. I can be honest. I could sit up here and say Drake had it for 1 year, and then I could say Kendrick had it for another year. But I could just keep it real with you and say Drake was ass this year and Kendrick was ass that year. I can just keep it real with you. So if you ask me, bro, Mr. Morale, the Big Steppers,
Get this sorry ass nigga out of here! You suck!
that shit was boring. Just because something good don't mean it's not. Just because something is good don't mean that everybody just has to like it. I don't do that cult shit. Like, I don't do that cultural following shit. Like, if the cultural following is, oh, we fuck with Kendrick, you should too. Or we fuck with Drake, you should too. No. I can tell you right now, I don't like neither one of them. None of them will ever be my favorite artist. You wanna know who my favorite artist is? My favorite artist is dead. My favorite artist is dead. He been dead. Damn near going on 30 years now. So that's my favorite artist. That's what I like to listen to. But he ain't made music since 1996. Okay, my favorite artist is dead. He ain't made music since 1996, bro. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm good on Drake and Kendrick, bro. Because if it ain't Tupac, I don't care.
Logic, JID, Drake, and 21 Savage collab album. Kendrick Lamar, Denzel Curry, Nas, Freddie Gibbs, Pusha.
I'm gonna probably give it to Drake up for this one. I don't know. I'll probably give it to Drake for this one. But like I said, the girls was going crazy this year. I fuck with the girls. I fuck with their movement a little bit more than I do with everybody else's shit. Like I said, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers was boring. The Future album was pretty solid. I give you that one. But the Her Loss album was probably the highlight for me.
Metro Boomin, Future, Jack Harlow.
Oh yeah, the Metro Boomin album was fire too. That was a fire ass album too. I fuck with that one too. Metro Boomin, Heroes is Villains. Yeah, that shit was top tier, bro.
And none of these to me are like, wow, that album is amazing. But I'll give it to Kendrick this year, although
You dick sucking at this point, bro. You dick sucking. This album was boring.
Hell no. Trash ass nigga.
ass nigga out of here! You suck!
Not happy with that choice. 2023 was a pretty slow year. No hit albums, really just features.
2023 was ass. Let's just be real. 2023 was straight ass. Nothing good came out of 2023. There was nothing good to think could come out of 2023. 2023 was straight ass, bruh. The highlight of 2023 was Sexy Red. Let that sink in. The highlight of 2023 was Sexy Red, bruh. There was nothing good that came out of 2023, bro. If you say the Drake album, I'm gonna slap the fuck out of you. That shit was trash. For All the Dogs was straight trash from front to back, bro. Aside from First Person Shooter and Rich Baby Daddy, which once again features who else? Sexy Red, nigga. Sexy Red was the highlight of 2023, nigga. It's not even up for debate, bro. Stop the cap.
The winner here is Drake for All the Dogs.
You smoking dick.
Competition here. 2024 saw a commercial run from Yeet with music no one has ever heard of before. Eminem with a comeback album that flopped.
That shit was trash. That Slim Shady shit was trash. This was good. This was good. The first one was good. The second one was kind of eh. It was hit or miss with the second one, but the first one right here, this was their best one, hands down. The production, Future was floating on this bitch, bro. Everyday Struggle is my favorite song off this entire album, though. Everyday Struggle is fire.
2 collab tapes from Future and Metro Boomin. J. Cole with a short mixtape, but
fuck J. Fold.
The highlight here is the beef between Drake and Kendrick Lamar, and the crown goes to Kendrick Lamar with one of the most streamed songs ever, Not Like Us. This was, and maybe is, the biggest rap beef of all time. 2025 isn't over just yet, but the Kendrick and Drake.
Until one of these niggas get shot, it don't matter. It'll never top the East Coast versus West Coast beef. Never. Until niggas get shot. Until one of the rappers get shot. The East Coast versus West Coast beef is still the most infamous hip hop beef of all time.
2024 beef has definitely overlapped into this year. I won't give a winner for this year just yet because we're only 50% in, but we did see some great releases so far. So do you guys agree with my?
No, your list is terrible, sir. Your list is terrible. Let's just go back here. We can skip the 80s. I don't care about the 80s. 1990, I'll give you Public Enemy most definitely. 1991 should have went to Ice Cube. 92, you got that right. 93 got that right. 94, I'm giving that to Biggie. 95, I'm giving that most definitely Pac, go back to back. 97 got that one correct. It should have been Bad Boy as a whole, but I understand you just giving it to Diddy. 98 definitely should have went to DMX. 99 should have went to Dr. Dre. Tupac ran the 90s. It's not even close. 2000s, Marshall Mathers LP, most definitely. That was the most fieriest one. 2001, I give you Blueprint, even though I think Word of Mouth was better. 2002 goes to Nellyville, Stop It. 2003, obviously 50 Cent, without question. 2004 goes to Kanye for sure. 2005, I have no problem with you giving it to Kanye, even though I low key, I want to give it to Jeezy. I low key want to give it to Jeezy just for the hood. I want to give it to Jeezy. For the culture, I wanted to give it to Jeezy. Because 05 was really Jeezy year, if we being honest. But I understand giving it to Kanye. 06 should have went to T.I. I don't know how you get the Carter 2 up in here. I don't know how you got Carter 2 in here. Graduation was definitely 07. 08 goes to Paper Trail. Stop it. 09, I'm giving it to No Ceilings. Fuck Big Lips. I'm giving 09 to Lil Wayne. That's the 1 year I give to Lil Wayne is 09 with the No Ceilings project. The 2000s was the culture. It wasn't Eminem. It was the culture. The culture ran 2000s because the 2000s, I feel like in my personal opinion was the last versatile decade of all time. It was like the most versatile decade of all time. I think the culture is the 2000s because the culture is what made the 2000s what it was. So I'm giving 2000s to the culture. not to just Eminem, not to the white boy that y'all want to crown and champion. Fuck out of here. I'm giving it to the culture. Nobody ran 2000 but the culture. We ran the culture. 2010, obviously Kanye for sure. 2011, yes, Drake. 2012, yes, Kendrick. 2013, yes, Drake. 2014, J. Cole without question. 2015, I'm giving the Future. Future got 2015. Stop it. 2016, I agree. Life of Pablo for sure. Kanye definitely had 2016 in the chokehold until he started doing the rants. Then he lost the culture. 2017, like I said, if Kendrick didn't drop in 2017, the Migos and Lil Uzi Vert would have been fighting. And I think I would give it to the Migos just because they had more hits. They had way more hits that year until Kendrick came out. Once Kendrick came out, everybody got pushed to the side. But for sure, Kendrick won. Kendrick definitely gets 2017. 2018, this nigga said fucking...
Back with championships, we saw the beef between Drake and Pusha T, who both dropped albums dissing each other on nearly every track. Cardi B won.
Cardi B got 2018 in the chokehold. I'm giving it to Cardi B. She had the culture in the chokehold. She had everything in the chokehold. Y'all may not want to give her props. Y'all keep, because I know some of y'all niggas out there like to push that narrative that Nipsey Hussle should have won it when you wasn't even listening to Nipsey Hussle around this time. You didn't start listening to Nipsey Hussle till he passed away. Stop it. You was not listening to no Nipsey Hussle. You was not from the West Coast, my nigga. You was not listening to no Nipsey Hussle, nigga. Stop it. You know goddamn good and well your bitch was listening to Cardi B and you was listening to Cardi B along with her. Y'all was both singing, I got bloody shoes. These expensive, this is red bottoms. Come on, bro. You was singing the same shit that we was all singing, bro. Cardi B ran 2018. Stop playing with her, man. Stop playing with her. Give the girlies some credit, man. This nigga said Travis Scott, though. I'm still sick on that one. 2019 definitely should have went to Juice WRLD for sure. Without question. I definitely would have said Juice WRLD. It was between Juice WRLD and DaBaby, and Juice WRLD just edges him out by a little bit. But I'm still giving it to him. The 2010s do belong to Drake. I will admit that. The 2010s do belong to Drake. He was the biggest artist of that entire year. Now, so far, the 2020s, 2020, you could have gave this to damn near anybody. But I agree with you on Pop Smoke. 2021, I don't mind Tyler the Creator. I'm not mad at Tyler the Creator. But I feel like 2021, I feel like there was not really anybody really running it though. I feel like 2021 was the year where a bunch of one-hit wonders was coming out the woodworks. So I feel like that was just a good year overall for music, in my personal opinion, because everybody was finally, we got past the pandemic and everybody was still putting out stuff. So yeah, but I don't mind you saying Tyler the Creator. I don't mind it at all. 2022, I give it to the girls. But if I had to choose one specific person, I would say it's Drake, even though he did drop Honestly Nevermind this year as well, and that shit was ass. And I think that Metro Boomin's Superheroes versus Villains, that shit was fire. But if I had to choose, I would probably still give it to Her Loss. That was probably the highlight of 2022 by far. 2023, straight ass. We don't even talk about 2023. 2023 is straight ass. Don't even talk about it. 2024, obviously it goes to Kendrick, so we ain't got to discuss that. 2025, we give it to 2025 as of right now. We don't know. We don't know. But I will say this. We need people from the culture to talk about things for the culture, my nigga. I'm just saying, man. But anyway, so that's just gonna about do it for this one, man. I'll see you all in the next video. How long is this video gonna be? Like an hour and a half? Yeah, about an hour and a half. So yeah, it is what it is. But anyways, I'll see you on the next video. Till then, bye.